You've been working your ass off, grinding 80 hours a week, building teams, hiring expensive people, and you're still broke compared to someone half your age who figured out one simple thing that most business owners will never understand. The reason you're not rich isn't because you're lazy, it's because you're working too hard at the wrong things. And I'm about to show you the 5 seismic shifts happening right now that separate the winners from the dinosaurs. Listen, I spend literally all day, and I mean all day, dissecting bleeding edge technology and automation patterns. You know what I do? Every single month, I launch new AI-powered ventures. So I'm seeing something most entrepreneurs will never see until it's too late. The ground is shifting beneath your feet. But here's the good news. The game isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. The winners aren't the ones who work the hardest in the old game. They're the ones who understand the new rules. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 transformations every business owner must navigate, plus the exact playbook to weaponize each shift before your competitor figures it out. So stick around. This isn't abstract theory. This is the blueprint. Here's something that'll blow your mind. In the old world, when something broke, you threw bodies at it. Problem in sales? Hire more salespeople. Problem in customer service? Hire more reps. Problem in anything? More humans, more headcount, more salary, more liability. But the new world, it's completely different. Now, instead of asking, who do I hire? The winning question is, what can I build that amplifies one person's output 10x? This is what I call the leverage flip. And it's the difference between staying broke and building real wealth. Let me show you exactly how this works in the 2 departments where most businesses bleed money, sales and marketing. Remember when you needed 12 salespeople to run a legitimate sales operation? Those days are archaeological artifacts now. Here's the new model. Take one elite closer, someone who's actually good at the psychology of closing deals. Now wrap them with layers of AI automation. This person can now do the work of an entire team. Think about the workflow. The AI handles outbound prospecting. It qualifies inbound leads. It takes phone calls and answers objections. It personalizes thousands of emails simultaneously. It even manages the calendar. So your closer only talks to people who are actually going to buy. What does your closer do? They close. That's it. That's their job. They focus 100% on the 5% of conversations that generate 95% of the revenue. No more death by 1,000 spreadsheets. No more time-wasting admin work. Just conversion. The irony? You'll probably close more deals with one person than you did with 12. Why? Because they're not drowning in busy work. Marketing used to be a hamster wheel spinning, constantly going nowhere. You'd spend 80% of your time on tasks that generated 20% of your growth. Now, watch what happens with AI. The AI identifies what content actually converts based on analyzing thousands of successful campaigns across your industry. It builds the content outlines. It generates the email copy. It creates full campaigns better quality than you or your team could have produced manually. Why is it better? Because it synthesized insights from the top performers worldwide and customized them to speak directly to your specific customer. In other words, you get the distilled intelligence of thousands of successful businesses personalized to your market automatically. But here's the secret sauce most entrepreneurs don't even know exists. Hire one AI operations director. This is the person whose job is simple. Ensure the entire team gets their time back. Their mission: eliminate busy work, automate repetitive patterns, free humans to do what only humans can do, think, create, build relationships, make judgment calls. We have this role in every company I run, and I'm telling you, this is the highest ROI hire you can possibly make. Because when your team is no longer drowning in task management, they become strategists. They become CEOs of their own departments. And that's where the real leverage lives. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Most business leaders don't understand what AI is actually capable of. They don't know how to direct it. They don't know how to orchestrate it. They don't know how to unleash it. So they keep doing the work themselves, and they wonder why they're exhausted. In the old paradigm, here's how your time broke down. 10% of your time, thinking big, creating vision, problem solving at the strategic level. 90% of your time, doing the actual work, execution. The grind. That's backwards. That's the opposite of how you should be operating. Now flip it. In the new model, 80-90% of your time directing, understanding what's possible, designing the game, setting the strategy. 10-20% of your time, actual execution. And even that gets handled by AI and automation. I'll give you a real example from my own operation. My chief of staff used to spend 90% of her day processing emails, updating calendars, coordinating logistics, all the invisible work that keeps a business humming, but none of it required her unique brain. Now, she spends 80% of her time thinking about what's actually possible. What can we build? Where should we focus? What's the next move? The automations handle the rest. The AI agents take care of the execution, the booking, the coordination. She just needs to design the system and tweak it when it fails. This is the difference between being a DIR and being a director. And here's the terrifying part for traditional companies. If you have hundreds of people working in a call center right now, their jobs are already obsolete. The robot at the distribution center, the one that sorts packages, flattens them, and prepares them for scanning, that's from last year. Not next year, last year. Think about a film director for a second. They don't act in every scene. They don't move the props. They don't adjust the lighting themselves. What they do is design the world. They orchestrate the actors, the resources, the sets, the creative vision. They see the whole picture and make decisions about what goes where. That's your job in the new world. That's how you win. And companies that haven't made this mental shift, they're about to get disrupted so hard they won't know what hit them. Want to start this today? Use an automation platform like Make or Zapier. Map out your business processes. Write down every rule about how you operate. Then codify those rules into system prompts for your AI. Here's what a perfect customer looks like. Here's our hiring criteria. Here's our approval process. Here's what an exception is. Here's what patterns need to be automated. One principle: exceptions deserve people. Patterns deserve code. Your human should handle the weird edge cases. Everything else, automate it to death. Imagine a medieval castle. It's protected by a moat, a ring of water that makes it nearly impossible to breach. In business, we call this a competitive moat. It's your unfair advantage. The old moat, features. You'd launch something. Your competitor would spend 3 to 6 months copying you. You'd launch something else. They'd copy that too. Rinse, repeat. Forever running, never winning. But here's what changed. AI can now build features faster than you can. Think of them. So features as a moat, dead. Completely dead. The new competitive advantage is something almost nobody is building properly. Proprietary data and the intelligence you extract from it. Your data is the feedback loop that makes your AI smarter. Every customer interaction, every preference they've indicated, every way they've behaved, every piece of information about them collected, organized, and fed into your AI systems. When a customer returns to your business, the AI remembers them, knows their preferences, anticipates their needs, personalizes the experience before they even ask. ChatGPT demonstrates this perfectly. The more you use it, the better it gets. Why? Because it's capturing your communication style, your preferences, your mental model, and injecting all that into future responses. Your business needs to work the exact same way. Step 1, clean your data house. This is unglamorous, so most people skip it. That's a mistake. Garbage data in equals garbage intelligence out. Worse than having NO data. Spend the time. Get your customer information accurate, remove duplicates, organize it, structure it, because every decision your AI makes downstream is only as good as the data it's learning from. Step 2, feed your AI knowledge. Once your data is clean, use your AI to analyze it, find correlations nobody's seeing, uncover patterns in what drives customer behavior, what predicts churn, what indicates a big opportunity. In one of my companies, we have a system where every customer fills out an intake form. That form data drives their entire onboarding experience. We use that information to design a custom journey just for them. When they come back, they're blown away. How did you know this about me? Because you told us. We listened. We remembered. The AI made it personal. Step 3, let AI tell you what to fix. The final piece, use your AI to identify your biggest bottleneck. Where is your business stuck? What's preventing your next level? Feed all your data to an intelligent system and ask it, based on everything you see, what's one thing we should fix first? That's real data-driven decision making. That's how you compete when information is everywhere and cheap. You use intelligence to see what others miss. In the old world, finance, HR, legal, operations, these were full-time positions, entire departments, people, benefits, overhead. In the new world, these are AI agents. Policy-driven automations. They take the request, they execute the work, they close the loop, they respond to everyone, no bottlenecks. Let me give you a real scenario. I send a contract to my legal department. Under the old model, I wait days, weeks, sometimes, until that person has time to review it, mark up the red lines, send it back. Now, an AI agent does it in real time. Every clause analyzed, every risk flagged, every question answered instantly. Let's use finance as the example, but the principle applies to any department. Step 1, connect everything. Use a financial intelligence platform. Connect your accounting software, connect your banking, connect your expense systems. Give the AI all the context about your financial situation. Now, it can see patterns you'll never see manually. It's monitoring, auditing, flagging anomalies. Step 2, humans audit exceptions. This is critical. Here's the key insight most people miss. The AI doesn't do it 100% autonomously. It does about 98%. Then a human reviews it, looks for hallucinations, makes sure the logic is sound, adds judgment where needed. Exceptions deserve people. Everything else, the AI handles it. Step 3, automate the rules. For any repeatable process, hiring approvals, data entry, customer support, write down your rules. Here's who we hire. Here's what we approve. Here's our process. Here's what we don't allow. Turn those rules into a system prompt. Feed it to your automation tool. Now, that process runs without humans. The result? You've just eliminated weeks of bottleneck every month. And you didn't fire anyone, you freed them to do actual strategic work. Remember when engineering was gatekept? When you needed a CS degree and 10 years of experience to build software? That world ended. I saw an ad the other day from a product called Lovable. The product itself, a platform where kids can build apps just by talking to AI. Voice commands, no typing, no code. The kid in the ad built an entire app, database, interface, logic, workflow, deployed it, started monetizing it while talking. The punchline? I guess I'm an engineer now. That's how fast the world has shifted. Building is no longer hard. Building is easy. Anyone can do it. So what's actually valuable now? Who can reach people? That's it. That's the game. 17 years of industry experience? Nobody cares. The 1-2-year-old with AI can match you. Advanced coding skills? Irrelevant. The AI codes better? The only thing that matters, can you get in front of an audience and convince them to care? This is why I built my venture group on the back of personal brand, not technology. I partnered with brilliant CEOs to build world-class AI tools, but I launched them through YouTube channels, email lists, online communities, partner networks. The tools are elite. They're what I use internally. But what actually moves the valuation? Distribution, access to eyeballs, the audience. Step 1, build distribution into your business model. Pick a channel, any channel, organic content, paid ads, partnerships, community, email. Pick one. Then grow it obsessively every single week. The channel becomes part of your product strategy, not an afterthought. Step 2, attach your brand to a clear problem. Most founders fail here. They tell you about features. Nobody cares about features. Tell me about the outcome. In 72 hours, I'll help you do X. By the end of this program, you'll have why. This solves Z problem that's costing you $100,000 a year. That's a promise. That's a story. That's why someone pays attention. Step 3, pre-sell before you build. This is the secret nobody teaches. Get customer commitments before you finish the product. This sounds insane, but it works because it transfers risk. Instead of building in a vacuum and hoping people want it, people want it before you spend the money. Crowdfunding proved this works. Thousands of companies started this way. The product comes after the demand. But here's the ultimate hack. Find someone who already has an audience, someone who spent years building their email list, their community, their reach. Partner with them. You bring the product, they bring the distribution, you split the revenue, they promote to their audience, everyone wins. This is literally what every influencer does with brand deals. But most entrepreneurs never think to do it for themselves. The principle, when anyone can build, the edge is who can reach. Now, I know some of you are nervous. Maybe you're thinking, this is about replacing people, about eliminating jobs, about a future where humans don't matter. That's not what this is. I don't think we're removing people from business. I think we're removing the boring parts people hated anyway. Nobody actually wants to spend 90% of their time processing emails and updating calendars. Nobody dreams of a career spent on repetitive data entry. What we're doing? Freeing people to do what only humans can do. Vision, taste, creativity, judgment, caring about other people, building relationships. These are the things AI will never be good at. And when your team is freed from busy work, they become artists, they become creators, they make more money, they do better work, they feel more human. That's the real shift happening here. But here's the hard truth. AI won't take your job. Someone using AI will. If you ignore these shifts, if you pretend the game hasn't changed, someone in your market won't ignore it. They'll build a leverage machine while you're still hiring traditional teams. They'll have an autonomous back office while you're drowning in operational overhead. They'll own distribution channels while you're wondering why nobody knows your business exists. And you'll wonder what happened. So don't sit on this. This isn't theoretical. This isn't something to think about next quarter. The companies that move first, that implement leverage, embrace directing, build data advantages, automate departments, and dominate distribution, they're the ones who will win the next decade. Everyone else will be bought, disrupted, or obsolete. The good news? You have a map. You know the 5 shifts. You know the playbook. Now you just have to execute. The future belongs to those who see it coming and move before everyone else gets it. That could be you.